Hey guys, I'm Justin Czar with bowhunting.com. Today we are here to take a look at some brand new garments from the folks over at ScentLok for 2021. This is the BE1 Divergent Jacket and Pant. All right, so let's start off at the top. What is the BE1 system? If you guys haven't seen it already, BE1 stands for Bow Hunter Elite 1. This is ScentLok's top-of-the-line garments that are tailor-made for bow hunters. And we've got a couple different suits already available in the BE1 line. So if you're familiar with the Voyage suit, that's something I've worn a lot the last couple of years. That's kind of your mid-season utility, mid-weight suit. It could do a lot of different things for you. Then you kind of would move into the Fortress, which was your late season, waterproof, windproof, insulated, parka and bibs that was really good if it was like a blizzard outside, but we were kind of missing that in-between suit, right? In between that mid-season and that all-out blizzard, ScentLok wanted to create another suit that is really good for kind of that mid-season, when temperatures start to drop in November, maybe you're gonna do an all-day rut hunt and the temps aren't gonna get out of the 30s, really through late season, they wanted to create a system that would be built for that situation, and that's where we get the Divergent, right? So we're gonna start with the jacket, we're gonna work through all the different features on the Divergent and show you, what is new for 2021 in this particular suit. So let's start here. The first thing you guys are going to notice when I look at the Divergent jacket is that it is a half zip pullover. It does not have a zipper that goes all the way down the front. You've got a half zip right here on the front that opens up. So this is a pullover jacket. And the reason that they did that was so that you could get this massive hand warmer kangaroo pouch on the front of this jacket. When you guys are sitting for long periods of time in a tree stand, hunting whitetails in cold weather, your hands get cold. We've got a lot of gear with us. We've got our phones, our grunt calls, our bleed calls, all sorts of stuff, hand warmers, extra gloves, hats, whatever. You need somewhere to store all that stuff and you want to keep your hands warm. So instead of having to wear a completely separate hand muff, they just built it into the front of this jacket, which is why it's a pullover. So when you look at the front of this coat, you've got an absolutely massive kangaroo pouch. This is fleece lined right here, which is awesome. This is insulated as well. It's going to keep your hands warm while you're on the stand. What I like that they did on this particular coat is they included this buttoned flap on the top that actually gives you access to an additional storage compartment that is not the inside, right? So you've got two separate storage compartments here as well as the main kangaroo pouch. And that's great because you can use this to actually transport items in and out of the woods with you and not have to worry about losing them or worry about them falling out. If you're going on a long hike and you're going to pack this jacket in, you could keep some supplies inside of this, button it shut, and you don't have to worry about them falling out. So that's probably the biggest feature of this coat from a design perspective. In order to make this easier to get on and off, you're going to have half-length side zippers. So you're going to have, actually, this is still a prototype jacket. The final version is going to have zippers on both sides. So it allows you to open up the jacket halfway on the sides as well as halfway on the front. Number one, makes it easier to get on and off. Number two, if you do wear it in and you get a little bit sweated up, gives you the opportunity to get some of that heat and that moisture out of the jacket while you're on stand so that you don't get cold. So super, super important features there. When we look at this jacket, as I said, guys, it's made for those colder temperatures. We're talking probably freezing and below, 40s and below maybe, right? So this is an insulated jacket and it uses PrimaLoft Gold. And a lot of folks may not be familiar with the fact that PrimaLoft insulation has several different versions of it. Most companies are using PrimaLoft Silver insulation, which is kind of the middle of the run, middle of the road PrimaLoft. It's a great insulation. It's in a lot of the garments and boots that I use, but the PrimaLoft Gold provides an added level of insulation to keep you warmer without adding additional bulk. And you can see right here, it's got the PrimaLoft tag on it with the little gold trim on the bottom. That indicates this is PrimaLoft's top of the line insulation, the best stuff they make. And what they've done on this jacket, like a lot of the ScentLok garments, is they've body mapped the insulation, which means they put heavier insulation in the areas where you need it, like your core, your chest, your back, to keep that heat in, and then they go a little bit lighter with the insulation in some of your extremities where you want that dexterity and movement. So you've got a little bit less insulation in the arms, which your arms don't tend to get super cold. You want to keep more insulation in the core. So it's body mapped insulation on this. So you've got that range of motion, especially when you're drawing a bow back and it's cold. You don't want those super, super bulky sleeves. So they've thought of all of those things. They also gave you 2 zippered chest pockets as well. And with these zippered chest pockets, it features, I believe it's called an aerogel technology that actually is like a shield on the outside of this pocket. And what it does is it allows you to retain heat in that pocket and keep your electronics warm. You guys know there's nothing that's going to soak up your battery on your cell phone or your GPS device quicker than super, super cold temperatures. This has a special layer of insulation built into the pocket here on the chest to help keep your electronics warm. So you could throw your phone in there with a hand warmer and keep that sucker warm all day long. So if you're going on an all-day sit, and I know people say like, oh, you shouldn't be on your phone all day, but a lot of us are using our phones for our apps to find our way in and out of our stands. We're checking the weather, maybe we're checking our cellular trail cameras, we're communicating with work or our family during the day on those sits, and you want to make sure that your phone is going to be able to maintain battery life. So another cool feature is going to be that pocket. When we look at the hood, this is a removable hood here, so you can take this off if you want. I'm not a huge hood fan myself, but if you guys like hoods, you can leave it on, and this one actually has a built-in face mask. Now the final version of this suit, this is going to be a camo face mask. It won't be gray any longer, so the camo will match the rest of the jacket. But I mean, that's just great. You know, you don't have to worry about carrying an extra face mask with you. Don't have to worry about losing it. You put the hood up, put the face mask on. It's got an adjustment on the back of the hood so you can secure it and get it tight. For me, when I am wearing a hood when I hunt, there's nothing worse than having like a big giant hood on and I hear something and I move my head and I'm just looking at the inside of the hood because the hood doesn't move with me. This allows you to kind of tighten this hood down around your head so as you move, the hood moves with you. So again, these guys just thought of a lot of different things. I took a lot of feedback from bow hunters, from some of the employees over at ScentLok who demoed and used this garment last fall to make some changes to it. It also has a Precip X coating on it, which isn't going to make it waterproof, but it's going to make it highly, highly water resistant. So if you're going out in a light rain or a snow or something like that, this is going to shed off that moisture. It's not going to soak into the garment and really weigh you down. I certainly don't know that I would wear this in a downpour, in which most cases I'm not hunting anyways, but it is built to withstand average, normal, precipitation and moisture that you're going to run into out in the woods. The last thing we're going to talk about is going to be these cuffs here on the inside of the sleeves, which these are great. These are like an elastic, stretchy material that allows you to get some additional protection around your hand right there. A lot of us don't like to wear gloves when we're in the field, even when it's cold. We want that dexterity in our hands for when we're grabbing our bow, handling our release, using our binoculars, things like that, using our phones. So now you can keep your hand in the hand muff pouch, keep it warm. When you pull it out, these little cuffs are going to provide some added protection for your hands. It's also going to keep moisture out from going up into your sleeves and making you uncomfortable during your hunt. So tell you what, this jacket is packed with an absolute ton of technology. So this is the Divergent jacket. We're going to move over to the pants real quick, which is going to be mostly the same features you're going to find on the jacket. Same material, same Primaloft gold, same body mapping with the amount of insulation. So you're going to get more insulation in the top of this pants, in the butt, and in the front of your legs to keep your core warm, and then a little bit less insulation as we go down the pant. It slowly gets less and less. You've got, I think, 9 pockets on these pants. So you've got your standard slash pockets on the top with zippers. Each one of your legs has 3 pockets. So you've got a pocket with back access, side access, and then top access. For me, being a bow hunter, I spend a lot of time in a tree stand, so I like these kind of side access pockets because when my legs, when I'm sitting down, this is the easiest pocket for me to access, but you've also got, a nice big top zippered pocket, and then you've got a single pocket on the back as well. So you've got 9 zippered pockets, plenty of storage, same Precip X coating. We already covered the insulation. You've also got half zip leg zippers. So ease of getting these on and off and getting your boots on and off. So you've got half zip leg zippers, and then the last thing we'll look at is going to be the suspenders. So it's a very slick, very simple suspender system on these pants, and this is removable. So if you don't want the suspenders, we've got belt loops. You can wear a belt, you can wear nothing at all. It's up to you, but you've got options on how you like to wear these. For late season, I like my pants and or bibs to be a little bit looser fitting around my body. So I like to use, a suspender instead of a belt. So just a really good option for you guys. These are going to be available in 3 different camo patterns. So right now we're looking at the Mossy Oak Terragila pattern, which is what myself and a lot of the guys on our team have been wearing the last couple years. Also going to be available in Realtree Escape, as well as the True Timber O2 Whitetail. So you got 3 different color options on the BE1 Divergent jacket and pant. Now let's talk price, because everybody's going to be asking. These garments are going to be available later this year. This jacket is going to retail for $399 and the pant for $389. So it's getting up there a little bit in price. It's not quite as much as some of the competing garments from other people, and I feel like these garments have just as much, if not more, technology and thought put into them as some of the other higher priced garments on the market. So it's still a pretty good value. This is something that's going to last you a long time, that you're certainly going to get your money's worth out of. Those prices are good from small to XL. If you're a 2X or a 3X, you can add 10 or 20 bucks on there, which is pretty standard these days. But you're looking at essentially $400 for the jacket and $390 for the pants. So again, guys, this is the BE1 Divergent jacket and pant from ScentLok. It's going to be available later this summer. It's going to be a great option, for those cold weather all the way through your late season hunting. So make sure you check them out. If you're in the market for a garment like this, visit their website, ScentLok.com. And if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, make sure you leave them below.